The licenses for dispensaries went out about a month ago. There was a lottery and people were chosen, and there were 90 some actual dispensary licenses that were awarded on that day. Now the saber rattling begins, and now say I've got my dispensary license. And I want to put in my dispensary. The first thing that happened was that the county attorney of Maricopa County said, if you open a dispensary, I'll close it down immediately. This has a kind of a chilling effect on someone who wants to open a dispensary, especially in light of the costs already incurred in terms of getting a license and all of the necessary paperwork to get this started. But then the additional costs of setting up a dispensary, setting up a growing operation to grow commercially for your dispensary, these outfits are very expensive. And with that kind of threat, it may be a while before we actually see dispensaries coming online. How can they do that? I'm not a lawyer, but my understanding is that the issue that's before the courts in Arizona right now is, are local authorities, state and local authorities, allowed, do they have the authority to enforce federal law? A judge is going to have to decide that. If the judge says that the county attorneys or the state attorney general cannot enforce federal law, then that threat goes away. Now we only have the threat from the federal government. Traditionally, and who knows, it could change at any time, but traditionally in those areas, those states that are fairly well regulated, the state is on top of it, and Arizona will have the toughest laws to regulate marijuana of any place in the country. Traditionally, thus far, the feds have sort of stepped back and allowed the states to sort of control this thing. And as long as the states maintain control, then they haven't seen fit to step in. So if in fact the local authorities are not granted the right to enforce federal law, then I think we'll actually see dispensaries starting to pop up, because then I think it's a little bit safer.